lot of the bad things I've been writing, and I copied them in my early morning, trying to get here, left them in the printer tray. But I'm going to try to read something that's not even, it's not even the right version, but just for the sake of it. I had to go to, I didn't have to go, I wasn't forced to go. I was invited to go to see Howe, to read someplace, and they gave us a theme, dreaded theme. And the theme was road trip. So I couldn't write to it. But the very night before I went to this thing, I was supposed to read about a road trip. I just did what I always do, which is when I can't write, I put the pen in my undominant hand, and I just write anything. And this is what came out. And not only that, but it got a little bit better than this, but there it is. It's for my daughter. It's for Ina, the hero of the last poem. When my K-turn hit the curb of the old neighborhood, when I circled the wide streets, parallel parking, and failed the first test and failed the second test. When our father drove the winding mountain roads drunk, sliding and drifting around the curves, and the little kids cried quietly in the back seat, holding onto my hands. In my boyfriend's blue Chevy, learning how to kiss. In the professor's Volkswagen, stinking of pipe smoke, when he drove me to that cabin, frightened, and brought me back changed. In the back seat of the old station wagon, bored and dreamy, watching the moon follow. In the blue Skylark convertible with the white bucket seats. In the yellow Thunderbird convertible our father let me drive if I remember to bring back the keys. In the red Oldsmobile, so dark winter mornings, only the milking barns were lit. On the way to the cemetery, in the back of the limousine, running over the already dead raccoon, applying mascara at the red lights. When we climbed back in, still wet from the quarry, when I staggered out drunk on kisses, wearing his ring, when the car wouldn't start, when the heater broke, when I waited in the car to hear the rest of the song, when I drove crying so hard I had to pull over, the fields in late summer and the little clump of cows chewing. Through the mud season, when I rocked and jumped on the fender and the wheels grabbed and splattered, when I kissed him goodbye and pulled him back into the back seat, when we sat in the parking lot until the medicine kicked in, when I panicked on the bridge and slowed to a stop, and the beeping car swirled around us like water around a stone, I only seemed to be still, throwing the cigarette out the window, burning my tongue on the tea, spilling the tuna fish sandwich on my lap as I downshifted. When the policeman waved me down, the wipers slapped me. When I sat alone in the car, leaning on the steering wheel, gazing through the front window glass. When I thought I was lost, I wasn't. When I thought I had made so many wrong turns, I didn't. Every car I ever stepped into was bringing me to you.